All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. I'd like to give double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who I learned this truth from. And I'd like to say peace and salutations unto the hopefully elect. And, today is just going to be a quick lesson, pretty much, on, those Venezuelan gang members that pretty much took over an apartment complex in Colorado, and that's just a foreshadowing of what's going to take place in the near future, man. Because again, those immigrants that are coming over from, not only Venezuela, but even these other countries, but primarily, that's the main nation of people, that have the focus on them right now, man, the Venezuelans, because, they're coming over here and, they're pretty much getting, everything handed to them. You have a certain woman that had, $13,000 worth of food stamps. They're giving, free housing to certain of them. They're, pretty much giving, the Venezuelans thing, Slovakia, pretty much giving the Venezuelans things that, people that have been here in America their whole life, they're just handing it right to them. But pretty much, this clip I'm going to show, man, it just goes to show you, Slovakia. It just goes to show you that we are indeed in the last days, man, and things like this are going to become reality, man, because, the American people are still at ease, man, and this, what I'm about to show is going to become reality for a lot of you people out there that are still asleep or think that this can't happen to you. So, again, I'm just going to play this clip. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying and straight to the point. And as you can see, man, Spanish Dick, they ain't fucking around. You see all of them, I think besides the guy that was on the phone, all of them had guns, and they're not playing. And if I'm not mistaken, they may be Asherites because, the tribe of Asher is from, Colombia to Uruguay, and Venezuela is right next to Colombia. So I'm pretty sure they may be Asherites, if I'm not mistaken. If they're not, brother can, correct me on, the specific tribe that, the Venezuelans come from, but they are indeed Northern Kingdom. But man, it's real. They've completely taken over that apartment complex, and, the property manager, as you've, seen in previous videos, they've pretty much threatened him and told him that if he came back, they would kill him and kill his family. The individual, the property manager or the property owner, called the FBI and the DHS, and they pretty much told them that, they weren't going to do anything about it. So this is going to become reality for you Americans, man. When you have these people from these different countries coming over here to pretty much take what you have, man, because they are extorting these people, taking their rent money, and, it's finna get real out here, man. It's starting from the apostles on down, man. It's been said for years that we're about to enter into some very extreme times, man. Some extremely dangerous times at that, man. Because we're in exciting times, because we know we're at the end, but at the same time, man, we're in very dangerous times, man. Because the time of Jacob's trouble is upon us, man. is vastly approaching. And a lot of people are going to be caught off guard by it, man, because they're not watching. This is a foreshadowing of what's going to be taking place, man. The only difference is they didn't kill anybody, at least in this video, because I'm pretty sure out there they may have, murdered someone. But, it's getting real. It's getting really real out here, man. So all we can do is just pray that the Lord has mercy on us and that he keeps us, man, and that we are indeed of his elect. So I'm going to start in the book of Matthew chapter 24. And I'm going to grab verse 7. And it says, "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows." And, of course, verse 6, about the wars and rumors of wars. But the main point I want to focus on is that, you're going to have nations that are going to be fighting against other nations. Because, again, that's one thing that Esau is trying to do, which, to an extent, it's going to work, but at the same time, it's not. He's going to try to pin, the northern kingdom against the southern kingdom. And that's one way he's going to do it, because, again, they're pretty much giving, the Venezuelans aid, because as we know, the Venezuelan government over there, is pretty much through, their currency. I'm not sure what their currency is. I think it may be, the peso. If it is, their money is worthless. Hence the reason why a lot of them have flocked and came to America ultimately, to fulfill biblical prophecy, because, again, 2/3 of our people are going to die here, and that's what a lot of our people, not only from, coming from Venezuela, but also Mexico, a lot of Northern Kingdom are coming to America either for one or two reasons, to be delivered, in the time of trouble, or to be destroyed, man. That's ultimately what a lot of people on the earth today are here for, man, to be delivered or to be destroyed, man. And as we know, salvation is only for the nation of Israel, man, not the heathen nations, especially not the Edomites, man. Salvation is only for the Israelites. Our Lord Yahushai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, is only coming to save the Israelites, in particular the elect of the nation of Israel, man. It's going to get real. So I'm going to get the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30, in verse 6. And it says, "Ask ye now, and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness? Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it." And yeah, man, this is a time that we're coming into, a time that's going to be, extremely, challenging. And not only challenging, man, it's going to be a very scary time, because what is going to be taking place on the earth to where, you're going to have men, that are going to be in fear, like women, because of the women, the men are going to be afraid, how much more the women, man, So it says that day is going to be great, man. It's going to be terrible, It's not going to be good, because it says Jacob's trouble. Yes, Jacob, meaning, the nation of Israel, they're going to be in trouble. They're going to be in these various situations, and, ultimately is for, all the nations, but primarily Israel. And, that is going to be saved out of it. Slakia is talking about the elect, man. Only the elect are going to, make it through the time of Jacob's trouble, man. You will have certain of the elect that will be beheaded, for refusing to take the mark of the beast. But that's their testimony, man. You're going to have martyrs, but they're going to be risen up once our Lord Yahweh Shai, returns. They're going to be risen up first. They're going to be the first ones to be saved, But it's going to be an extremely terrible time upon the earth, man. And again, those, man, them Jakes ain't playing, man. They ain't playing. So there's the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 15 and verse 14. And it says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another with swords in their hands." And yeah, man, as it says, the sword and their destruction is drawing nigh. And as you can see, the modern day sword is the gun, because you've seen all those Venezuelan gang members, they had guns, Again, besides the one guy that was on the phone, he may have had a weapon, he may not. But either way it goes, man, all of those men were armed. They were heavily armed, and they pretty much extorted, that individual for, rent money, I'm sure, or whatever. But in the time to come, they ain't gonna want money, man. They're gonna invade houses, to take food, man, because there's gonna be a lack of food in the time to come, which is gonna mention, in verse 19, and then I'll end it on that. So verse 16, it says, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another." And did those men not invade that person's, apartment? And as that caption read, that was a quiet community. The population was about 390,000 people, but, they came through and pretty much took it over. And, no one is stopping them, because they're pretty much ready to, defend themselves if need be, because they pretty much have that community in fear, So it says, "They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the council, in the course of their actions shall stand in their power." And these individuals, I'm pretty sure they don't care about, law enforcement or anything that's going on over here, man. The only thing that's on their mind is trying to survive, pretty much just like everyone else here in America, man. They're just trying to survive, because again, it's hard right now, and it's going to be even harder in the time to come once they make, this system completely digital and they crash the dollar. It's going to be harder for people to live, man. You won't be able to live in the society to come unless you have the mark of the beast, which is the RFID microchip, So verse 18, and it says, "For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods, because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation." And yeah, man, again, that is a foreshadowing of what's going to take place. And instead of extorting, people for rent money, they're going to invade your houses with guns to take whatever food that you have and to ultimately take your life, because again, once they crash this system, man, it's going to be hard for everyone, It's going to be hard, because that's pretty much what the elites are, going to do, to starve the people into submission, into receiving, their mark, into receiving that RFID microchip, man. But as we know, there's only a remnant of the nation of Israel that won't receive it. 2/3, they're going to get it and ultimately be destroyed, But the elect, they're going to be delivered from it, man. Just like it says, Revelation, 3 and 10, just roughly paraphrasing, all the world is going to be tried during that time, Everyone is going to have to make that decision on whether or not they're going to get that chip, to live in the world to come. excuse me, Slakia. Because again, that's going to happen, man. It's going to be a lot of crazy things that are happening out here. And again, these Venezuelan gang members are just a foreshadowing of what's going to be happening out here. And again, they won't be knocking on your door, to talk to you and, well, where's your rent for this month? No, they're going to kick your door down, kill you, and take whatever resources you have that can help them, you know. So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. I'd like to give double honors unto the apostles and the artists of great millstone where I learned this truth from. And I like to say peace and salutations unto the hopefully elect. Till the next time I say shalom.